That's
I think
genius.
that I might be lying. This is not fact. This is just what I had heard. And
that's what this podcast is, though. No facts, just things that you've heard. Just things
we've heard. Do you know what the first food that was ever microwaved was?
Hold on. A hot dog. No. Mm-mm. Macaroni and cheese. Mm-mm. Wait. Popcorn.
Yes.
Yes.
Is that crazy? I thought that was like so on brand.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. October 8th, 1945. Isn't that crazy? I feel like that's way longer ago than I would have thought it would have been.
They used to call microwaves space ovens.
They probably still should. Yeah. Also, popcorn sounds really good. I don't know why we're not eating it right now. It sounds amazing. Let's eat popcorn tonight. Anyway.
She's hungry.
The next one.
Wash it down with some old crab. That crab left.
Wash it down with some crab juice. I got a sack of crab legs. All right. First animal in space. This is the one I read to Erik earlier. There was a dog that went into orbit in 1957. And it was the first dog to go to space. First animal to go to space.
Kind of dog.
It looks like a beagle, maybe. I don't really know. What do you think that is? I don't know what kind of
it's not a beagle. It's like
or not a beagle, a Jack Russell. Like a Jack Russell Terrier.
Okay. Yeah, that's what, terrier. Something.
That's what I meant. So it says it's also the first animal to die in space.
Ah, that's sad. What was their name?
It says, as her ride, the Sputnik 2 was not engineered for re-entry. At least she got her own monuments. Well, that's kind of
Wait,
rude.
They just sent this dog into space with no intention
Laika. Laika. Is that how you spell that? Laika?
Sure. They just sent this dog into space with no...
Well, they successfully did it once, it sounds, and then they tried to do it again.
But with no intention of bringing the dog back?
I don't know. Oh, maybe that is.
Said.
Yeah, it says, tragically, she also became the first animal to die since, as her ride, the Sputnik 2 was not engineered for re-entry. Yeah, so I guess they just sent her out to die? Oh, that's awful.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what was the scientific purpose of this?
I don't know. Just to do it? That's pretty awful.
Way to go, humans.
I know, we're lame. The first gold medal in the Olympics. This is interesting to me because it was in 1904 that they had the first gold medal. And that's when they were introduced as like the first place prize, whatever. But they were expensive because it was solid gold. And so I didn't know this. And I feel like my life is a lie because
what were they giving out before that?
The Olympics that was when it was introduced. I don't know. Yeah. But ever since 1912, they've been like, that's too expensive. So now, ever since 1912, they take this, they're cast in silver and then coated in gold. Uh-huh. They're not pure gold. That's a ripoff.
In my mind, I never thought of a gold medal being actual solid gold.
I did. It's the Olympics.
Never thought that.
It's the Olympics. You would think they would go all out.
I know, but still,
cute.
There's a lot of sports in that Olympics. That's a lot of gold.
I only have a couple more. Okay, so first, voicemail message. You're not going to believe when this was. April 9th, 1860 was the first voicemail message.
Yeah, I don't believe that. You're right.
Edward Leon Scott de Martinville inadvertently invented the first voice message decades before voicemail would become the blessing and the curse it is today. He sang a 10-second clip of the French folk song Au clair de la lune, not to be confused with Clair de Lune, which is what I thought it was. And then I looked it up. Doesn't sound good. The first voicemail recording, it sounds very scary. You can,
but it's like a recording through a telephone.
Yeah. Onto I don't really know. I don't really understand. But I guess that was the first.
I hear that's how
voicemail message.
Olivia Rodrigo is recording her next album.
But it says scientists weren't able to play the record back until 2008, though. Isn't that crazy? Like that just recently they were able to play back. That's wild.
I pretty much don't believe any of these.
Okay.
Facts
I have two more, and I think these are good ones. First roll of toilet paper. Hello. That's a good one.
Well, yeah, when?
1857.
What were they doing before that?
Joseph Gayeti. They were using the hands.
What?
That's what it says.
I'm sure there was.
You think people who don't wash their hands after using the toilet are gross now? Today we at least have toilet paper. In centuries past, people used just their actual hands when there was no antibacterial soap. So Joseph Gayeti, he created toilet paper in 1857. He named it medical paper. And he claimed it was the greatest necessity of the age. And this is the final one I'm going to say, which is the first.
I wonder what that felt like. I wonder what the first toilet paper.
Oh, I'm sure it was very scratchy.
You ever had like a bad toilet paper?
Yes.
There's a big difference between like low grade and then like the the triple ply quilted.
Oh,
Like,
we
what
know.
did it feel like in 18?
That was not good.
Whatever you said. That did not feel.
No, it did not feel good. We all know it did not feel good. They didn't have 2-ply back then.
Somebody was like, I'll stick my hand.
I'm sure a lot of you were like, I'll stick with my hand. I'll stick with my hand.
Hey, Colleen, you ever wiped with just your hand? Like,
Are you asking me this seriously? Because
like-
absolutely not.
Okay.
Have you?
No.
Wait, why did you just ask me that?
I don't know
that's a
what
real
color
question.
No, because I wondered, like...
Wait, what do you mean you wondered? Why did you wonder this?
Because you were like, for centuries, since the dawn of time, everyone's just wiped with their hand. And so I just like... I'm
Wait.
posing the question, have you ever been in a pinch
Why
where
would
you had to just use your bare hand? I wasn't
Why?
implicating myself.
Yes, you just
I didn't.
did.
I certainly didn't say like, well, we've all done that. That's not what I
that's
said.
That's the only reason you asked that question because you would. The only reason you'd ask that question is because it makes sense in your mind that someone might do that.
Well, I don't know what kind of... You get into weird situations all the time.
I have absolutely never wiped my butt with my hand.
Never?
I've said as Miranda that I have. I'm pretty sure there's a video of me in the past being like, just use your hand. It's green. You know, like I said it's like, because it's ridiculous. And as Miranda, I say ridiculous things that no one would say.
I don't know. Like if you ever been in like a weird situation where you had to do that.
Have you for real? You have to be honest.
Not that I can think of.
You're lying.
Not that I can think of.
For real, you have. I don't believe you. Have you? Why are you thinking about it?
I feel like it's come up. Like I don't know. Like, you know, I don't know. I can't remember. It's obviously no. Then no. The answer is no.
Oh my gosh. I'm married to a man who's wiped his own anus with his fingertips.
No, I haven't. I said I haven't.
Okay, you're not selling this at all. No one believes you. Oh my gosh, I am shook. Okay, one more. First video on YouTube. This one shocked me. So the first video on YouTube went up on April 23rd, 2005, which was just 2 years before my first YouTube video. But the video is just like a guy standing in front of elephants, and he's like, so I'm here with some elephants, and they have a very long nose. They have a good
This is the first
snout.
what?
YouTube video.
No, I didn't.
You were just thinking about wiping your butt with your hands?
I actually was, but like I couldn't remember the time.
gosh.
Hey, if you're listening to this, all my hand wipers out there, write in. Tell me about like some sort of like.
Oh, okay, you just admitted it because you
No,
just
I'm
said
not.
all my hand wipers out there. Like you're part of this group of people who wipe their butts with their hands.
I just think that like there's a circumstance.
No,
where,
there's
like,
not.
Someone had to do this.
Yes, before toilet paper in the 1800s.
No, recently, like you're like where would it be though? Like you're
you tell
stuck
us
somewhere.
where
and you need
were you
to-
stuck, love? Where were you stuck? When did this happen?
And there wasn't any toilet paper or leaves.
So you were
Or-
camping?
I don't know.
You know?
I'm just saying hypothetically, like someone out there, write a review on Apple Podcasts and tell us about that time
my
you had
gosh.
So 2005 was the first YouTube video,
Yes.
and it was a man talking to
It
elephants.
was, no, okay, you were not. You were very much thinking about like, oh no, now everyone knows my secret that I wipe my butt with my hands. No, it was.
No, certainly not.
It just isn't what you'd expect. The first YouTube video, like if you watch it, I highly recommend everyone go and look it up. It's like 18 seconds, and it's just this guy sitting in front of elephants, like at a zoo or something. It's just like, dude, and he's just like, so there's some elephants, and they have a really long nose, and that's kind of it.
Did he like? Was he one of the founders of YouTube or something?
I don't think
How
so.
did he
I think
get
it's
on
just
there
dude.
first?
I have no idea, but it was the first one.
Because there's always like, who's the guy on MySpace that was like always your friend because he had created
Tom, I
MySpace?
think?
Yeah, you would think that YouTube would have like that version and be like, welcome to YouTube. I started YouTube. My name's is Tom.
No, it's it doesn't say. It just says it's a boy explaining that elephants have long tusks. Oh, it was tusks, not nose. But
So someone was like, all right, YouTube launch. And this kid was like, oh, I got that Tusk video. And just immediately and like put it up first.
put it up before YouTube put up anything. Like,
Right,
come on,
yeah.
YouTube, get on that.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have been smiling and laughing so much, which goes along with our next ad that I want to talk about because it has to do with your smile, guys. Are you unhappy with your smile? Because you don't have to be. Thousands of people have used Candid, the clear, comfortable, removable, and practically invisible aligners to help straighten their teeth, and now they love their smile. Just like Justin from Atlanta, Georgia, he had a gap in his teeth and he always noticed that people would be staring at his mouth. So he was looking for a fix. Candid ended up being the perfect company for him, and now he can't stop smiling. That could be you. Candid is here to help straighten your teeth so you can fall in love with your smile, just like Justin, guys. Your treatment is prescribed and closely monitored remotely by a licensed orthodontist who's an expert in tooth movement. You'll have the same quality of care you get from an in-office orthodontist from the comfort and convenience of your own home. And while other companies use general dentists, Candid only works with orthodontists. With Candid, the same orthodontist who created your plan is with you from start to finish, so you never have to wonder how you're doing. The average Candid treatment is just 6 months. I am so jealous. You'll start seeing results way before then, and it costs thousands less than traditional braces. I had braces, guys, and I'm so jealous.
Me too.
That I didn't have this.
They told me it happened for a year. They made me wear them for 3.
Yeah, I had mine for almost 2 years.
They wouldn't take them off.
It's the worst. And the metal in your mouth. These are like invisible and like, oh, come on. I wish I so desperately wish I could have used this. And I'm so jealous of anyone who does. So if you guys want to try it out and you want to become your best you, start straightening your teeth today. Right now, you can save $75 on Candid Starter Kit. Go to candidco.com/relax and use code RELAX. That's candidco.com/relax, code RELAX. Take advantage of this limited time offer to save $75 on your starter kit. candidco.com/relax. And don't forget the code RELAX. Guys, check it out. I'm so jealous of anyone who uses that. Because I think I have straight teeth. I'm very proud of my straight teeth because I endured so much pain for these teeth in my teenage years. But it was because I had a mouth full of metal. And I'm very jealous of anyone who gets only 6 months of a basically invisible liner. It's amazing. Okay, it's time for the firsts. It's time, Lovey. Are you ready?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think I am.
Well, everyone's always being like, what's your first kiss? And what's your first this? And what's your first that? And so I thought, you know what? We're going to do a whole episode of firsts. Okay?
Okay.
Here we go. We're going right into it. So there used to be a tag, as we would call them back in the day on YouTube, that was called like my first time. And everyone would do it. And you talk about the first time you did all these different things, just like a list. So I pulled a bunch of those and I pulled a bunch of other ones that I could find all over the internet of first times of things.
Okay.
We're going to answer these questions for people. They've been asking so often.
That sounds like a comfortable,
every time,
fun time.
Every time I say, what do you guys want us to talk about? People always like, what was your first kiss? What was the first time you guys dated? What was your first blah, 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 whatever it is.
Okay.
And I'm like, we're going to answer these questions. And if you want to know the first time.
You might be answering. I don't know that I'm going to.
You're not going to answer all these?
I don't know. I don't know what they are.
First one, love.
Did all this. Okay. Oh,
your
God.
first broken bone. I don't think I've ever had one. I might have broken like a toe and then they just kind of heal themselves.
Couple.
What have you broken?
I've broken my leg.
Mm-hmm. What? Wait. Oh, yes. Yeah. I knew that.
The bottom of my tibia.
Skateboarding, right?
Skateboarding. Doing a board slide on a ledge. And then my wheels and trucks got hooked up. I twisted it. It snapped.
What?
I had to wear one of those hard casts. Did you just hear it pop when I did that? Because now it pops all the time.
Oh my gosh.
It was the first day of summer.
Is that from breaking your leg or because you're older?
I think it's from breaking that. It's only that leg at that.
That was a
joint.
diss. You didn't even accept it. You were just like, yeah.
I'm comfortable. Do you hear it again?
Yeah, I did hear it. You can't hear it. No one else can hear it though. So you're just saying that.
We can add in some pops in post.
Okay.
But yeah, I had to wear a hard cast from the first day of summer. And then I think they took it off the last day of summer right before my junior year of high school. So I had just gotten my driver's license and then couldn't drive for the entire summer.
That's so good.
And I had a hard cast on. And then I also had this finger. You know what a lazy Susan is?
Yes, of course.
Have you ever had in a house you've lived in or apartment or whatever, like a corner cabinet that is a lazy Susan cabinet that the whole thing
I know what you're talking
rotates
about.
around?
Yeah.
So when I was a kid in our house, we had one of those that was in the lower corner of like the kitchen cabinets that spun, and I was just spinning it and then stuck my finger in and it went.
How old are you?
Yeah, little, like 5 or 6, but it's still like all.
Oh my gosh.
It's crooked.
I don't think I've ever broken a finger or broken anything except for knock on wood.
You're going to talk about your toe again?
Yeah. Oh, do not. Oh, don't remind me of how angry you made me.
Toe.
I literally broke my
broken.
Oh.
Show me the x-ray.
I literally broke my toe so
Remember when you did a drawing of it for me or something? you're like, it is broken. I'll show you a drawing. And you like did like a crayon drawing of like a broken toe.
I broke my toe so bad. My whole foot was like neon purple and blue. And Erik was like, you didn't break your toe. It made me so mad that you didn't believe me.
Still does apparently.
Anyway.
Okay.
So there's some good ones in here, but first foreign country you ever visited.